Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow. In the name of Allah, the most merciful and most gracious. And divorced women shall wait, as regards their marriage, for 3 menstrual periods, and it is not lawful for them to conceal what Allah has created in their wombs, if they believe in Allah and the Last Day. And their husbands have the better right to take them back in that period, if they wish for reconciliation. And they, women, have rights over their husbands as regards living expenses, etc., similar to those of their husbands, over them as regards obedience and respect, etc., to what is reasonable, but men have a degree of responsibility over them. And Allah is Almighty, All-Wise. The divorce is twice, after that either you retain her on reasonable terms or release her with kindness. And it is not lawful for you, men, to take back, from your wives, any of your bridal money given by the husband to his wife at the time of marriage, which you have given them, except when both parties fear that they would be unable to keep the limits ordained by Allah, to deal with each other on a fair basis. Then if you fear that they would not be able to keep the limits ordained by Allah, then there is no sin on either of them if she gives back the mahr or a part of it, for her al-cold divorce. These are the limits ordained by Allah, so do not transgress them. And whoever transgresses the limits ordained by Allah, then such are the zalimin, wrongdoers, etc. And if he has divorced her the 3rd time, then she is not lawful unto him thereafter until she has married another husband. Then, if the other husband divorces her, it is no sin on both of them that they reunite, provided they feel that they can keep the limits ordained by Allah. These are the limits of Allah, which He makes plain for the people who have knowledge. And when you have divorced women and they have fulfilled the term of their prescribed period, either take them back on reasonable basis or set them free on reasonable basis. But do not take them back to hurt them, and whoever does that, then he has wronged himself. And treat not the verses, laws, of Allah as a jest, but remember Allah's favors on you, i.e., Islam, and that which He has sent down to you of the book, i.e., the Quran, and al-Hikmah, the Prophet's Sunnah, legal ways, Islamic jurisprudence, etc., whereby He instructs you. And fear Allah, and know that Allah is all aware of everything. And when you have divorced women and they have fulfilled the term of their prescribed period, do not prevent them from marrying their former husbands, if they mutually agree on reasonable basis. This instruction is an admonition for him among you who believes in Allah and the Last Day. That is more virtuous and purer for you. Allah knows and you know not. The mothers shall give suck to their children for 2 whole years, that is, for those parents who desire to complete the term of suckling, but the father of the child shall bear the cost of the mother's food and clothing on a reasonable basis. No person shall have a burden laid on him greater than he can bear. No mother shall be treated unfairly on account of her child, nor father on account of his child. And on the father's heir is incumbent the like of that which was incumbent on the father. If they both decide on weaning, by mutual consent, and after due consultation, there is no sin on them. And if you decide on a foster suckling mother for your children, there is no sin on you, provided you pay the mother what you agreed to give her on reasonable basis. And fear Allah and know that Allah is all-seer of what you do. And those of you who die and leave wives behind them, they, the wives, shall wait, as regards their marriage, for 4 months and 10 days. Then when they have fulfilled their term, there is no sin on you if they, the wives, dispose of themselves in a just and honorable manner, i.e., they can marry. And Allah is well acquainted with what you do. And there is no sin on you if you make a hint of betrothal or conceal it in yourself. Allah knows that you will remember them, but do not make a promise of contract with them in secret except that you speak an honorable saying according to the Islamic law, e.g. you can say to her, if one finds a wife like you, he will be happy. And do not consummate the marriage until the term prescribed is fulfilled. And know that Allah knows what is in your minds, so fear Him. And know that Allah is oft forgiving, most forbearing. There is no sin on you, if you divorce women while yet you have not touched, had sexual relation with them, nor appointed unto them their mahr, bridal money given by the husband to his wife at the time of marriage. But bestow on them a suitable gift, the rich according to his means, and the poor according to his means. A gift of reasonable amount is a duty on the doers of good. And if you divorce them before you have touched, had a sexual relation with them, and you have appointed unto them the mahr, bridal money given by the husbands to his wife at the time of marriage, then pay half of that mahr, unless they, the women, agree to forego it, or he the husband, in whose hands is the marriage tie, agrees to forego and give her full appointed mahr. And to forego and give her the full mahr is nearer to at-taqwa, piety, righteousness, etc. And do not forget liberality between yourselves. Truly, Allah is all-seer of what you do.